Hello friends. Uh, this video I have created for informing you about my new tutorial set which I have completed now. Uh, that is about uh, agentic system developments, and the effort took around a month's time. I had to assemble all the contents, create those contents. Obviously, I have taken help of ChatGPT and many other LLM systems. So uh, finally, it is there, and I will like to show you what is inside and how it can help you in your effort to understand agentic system development, and also what are the technologies which are to be used, and rather it is a selection of technology which I think right for my kind of system, or the system the way I think. It may differ with other people. This is my thought process. You can just take a look on that and use this resource for your own development. Thank you. The tutorial is residing on GitHub. The title of this tutorial is Designing and Developing LLM based Agentic Systems. Now it is a complete roadmap and tutorials for designing and developing agentic systems supported by LLMs. Now, this tutorial has three parts. One is the beginner level knowledge, intermediate level knowledge, and the last one is advanced level. Now, what do I cover in the beginner level? Beginner level is the basic. These agentic systems are basically extension of the systems we used to make earlier for enterprise or for any business system. Here, the addition is that you take the help of LLMs in different places. So, understanding LLM is one of the important goal of this particular knowledge, you can say. So we have started with introduction to generative AI, understanding LLMs, how they work, and third one is prompt engineering. This is the first part of the tutorial set. Now, when you click on these, you will get to the details of the. It has got chapters, and you will find, like the first tutorial, Introduction to Generative AI, has 10 different chapters. Now, each chapter has its own details. You can go through the chapter and you can understand what has been communicated there. Now, similarly, each of these titles have their own set of table of contents, and each of the items, each of the chapters which exist there will have their own respective details. So this is the way the tutorial has been constructed like. So beginner level mainly includes the knowledge about the introduction to generative AI and what they do, what is the purpose, understanding of LLMs, what LLMs does, and the prompt engineering. This is a very important thing because you will have to use prompts to get things done by LLM. So these are the basic three topics you need to know before you jump into the actual understanding of agentic developments. Now, the intermediate level I have divided into mainly 4 parts. One is how agentic system work, principles of agentic systems, number 1. Then the option to develop agentic workflows with no code or low code. This is a spelling mistake is there. It has to be no code. So for that I have chosen N8N as a base, the technology which is supposed to be used. N8N is beautiful technology. It helps a person to understand the scope of agentic development, and it helps in prototyping. Agentic system development without code, best for prototyping, trying out ideas, showing POC for clients and also for smaller projects. So these are the options. I have only mentioned one option. There are other options also, but I have not gone into that. Now, let's come to the second part, where you actually work on robust enterprise level agentic workflows with full control. This section is only for developers. Now, what do I mean by developers? I mean programmers, those who have programming knowledge and those who are familiar with Python, because the entire suite I am mentioning here is based on Python programming language. So it is assumed that you know Python and you are familiar with NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. There are many other packages we are going to use that we have already, the tutorials related to that are present here. So what is not there is the basic Python, but still I have given a link to for knowing basic Python, and basic Python is available in another tutorial which is about basic Python programming. This is also a very vast, you can say quite a big tutorial, and it covers many things. It covers many of the packages also. Not all the packages I have completed. However, I am working on them. You can say 70%, 80% of this tutorial is already completed, and you can actually learn basic Python programming from here. You can learn Python visualization if you are a data analyst or business analyst. These are going to be very useful for you. Then NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Stat Model, Plotly, these are all available here. These packages are all explained here. Now, coming back to the old, where we actually started, related to agentic system. So, here are couple of packages I have mentioned which are important for, which are going to be used in course of development of agentic systems. One is typing. Basically, this typing package is for you can say, you can mention what type. You are not enforcing, but you are actually declaring the type of your data, but without enforcing. Agentic package actually enforces and validates the data type you try to use. This is very important because you often need to convert your data into various different types, maybe into JSON schema or something else. So this is important. The third one is RE package, which is about regular expression. Regular expression is one of the very important thing, which is, so I think it is very important because it helps you to actually parse strings and search the required data from search or replace the required data from a data set. So regular expression is a package you will like to know and you will have to know. Date time package is very important because often date is available as string and you need to convert into a date type to take advantage of date calculation which is there in Python or any programming language. Date calculation means you can take a date, you can extract the month, extract the year, or you can do some calculation based on date. You can add number of days, you can reduce number of days from a date and reach another date. These functions are available under datetime package. Streamlit package is important because often you may have to deal with forms or you may have to show dashboards to the users. So for you can say simplified kind of presentation, Streamlit package is definitely helpful. Now, if you want to go into a more application-like system where complex validations are taking place and many other features should be, advanced features should be there, you should use React in such cases. React is the chosen technology which can help you out. So Streamlit simplifies the form development and dashboard making process. You can use Plotly also, but Streamlit is a better and easier technology to adapt. The next package I will mention is Fast API. Fast API is mainly for developing microsystems or REST based systems, REST API systems. So earlier we used to use other technologies like Flask and Ajax and other things. So nowadays this is a Fast API package given by Python is a much better option and it supports asynchronous APIs which can work parallelly and reduce your wait time on response. So as you understand, when we talk about agentic development, we have agents. Often they will call APIs and it may call APIs which are available as commercial services, or you may have to develop such APIs for yourself. So for that, Fast API is the technology you will like to know. Now come to the Lang chain. This is the actual development of agentic systems. There is an ecosystem which is used by Lang chain. We call it Lang chain ecosystem. It consists of three different frameworks. One is LangChain, second is LangGraph, and third is LangFuse. LangChain and LangGraph are the two technologies you will like to use for your development, and LangFuse is for tracking and observability. You may need to track your system, how it is, because there will be branching, there will be looping, there will be many complex routing inside the system, and you may have to track where the control is going, and you may have to debug the system. For that, LangFuse is going to be very useful. The third main area where I am going to tap is the agentic design patterns. This section is not given in details. I have just mentioned the design patterns and their uses. However, if you are interested, you can find many additional resources about the design systems. I have mentioned 20 different patterns. These are core agent patterns, like there are 4 patterns under that, 5 different patterns under that, and each of them, like core agent pattern, memory and context pattern, and these are the name of the patterns, or the, you can say, category. We have categorized into 4 different separate groups, and these groups will have their each of them have 5 separate patterns under them. So you can go through it, you can get some idea about the development, how to follow best practices. This is mainly for best practices while making the system. The advanced level mentions, this talks about some advanced part of the agentic systems which are very important. Actually, we should not consider it as advanced, rather it is the part of agentic system, which is, first is RAG, agentic RAG, and we need to understand what is RAG, and then we have to use it in the agentic, as a part of the agentic system wherever it fits, because RAG helps you to add extra knowledge to your existing LLMs. The LLMs are capable of answering your generic questions, but RAG makes it more, you can say, complete by adding something which are not available generally, or maybe it's you have some special knowledge, or you are a research organization who wants to have their own set of information for themselves, and they want to have use LLMs to summarize whatever they produce and their own documents. So in that case, RAG is going to be very helpful. In RAGs, or retrieval or augmented generation, this is a system which we use. We use something called vector database. So vector database, there are many vector databases which are there. The details of vector databases could be found in the when you go through the tutorials. Now we have picked up two databases. One is ChromaDB. ChromaDB is for beginners, mainly for beginners and small scale production, and Quadrant Vector DB can be used for large scale production, and it allows you to extend your system to a lot big, a robust kind of system. There are many other vector DBs which are there. Postgres SQL and Postgres vector DB is there. So you can, if you want, you can learn about those from other sources. There's nothing wrong in that. The last one, which is very important, is model context protocol. Actually, what happens when, if you make a system and if your system has lots of branching, and if they have their own set of knowledge which are relevant to specific purposes, then this model context protocol is going to be very helpful. It allows branching, it allows you to set context, separate context for every different kind of application or every branching of the application, and you make the system smarter and more specific to purpose. So there are two chapters, two tutorials, separate tutorials. One is for the concept and second is for how MCP servers to be used with agentic systems. And this is the entire system which I have created, and there are 21 such sub-tutorials, you can say. It's a combination of 21 tutorials, and I hope this is going to help everyone to learn about this wonderful system development process. And the most, you can say, in today's context, is the latest kind of system we can think of. Thank you for attention, and I stop here. I hope everybody will find my video helpful. Thank you.